Yo guys, welcome to my Trails of Cold Steel guide for April the 18th in-game. This one's going to be a little bit of a longer video as well. It's quite a bit to do in this day, this free day that we have. So to start this day, we're going to be at our mailbox and we're going to get 3 letters. Make sure that you accept each one of them or click on them just so you've read them. It's going to be for 2 main quests and a side quest. So once you've read them, you want to run out the door. So there's going to be a couple videos that play, and then a fisherman guy once you teleport somewhere. I just went to the academy front gate. So he's going to talk to you about fishing and stuff, and then we're going to go catch a fish. So this area is going to have a fish that we need to catch. We need to catch 20 of them throughout the game to get a trophy for it. So I'll quickly show you what it is. We want this sword tail. And after that, we are going to head to the bookstore, and there's going to be a couple rare books. We're going to talk to this guy. He's going to give us a book. So we need that for a trophy as well. And then we're going to talk to this girl here and buy Imperial Chronicle issue 1 from her. We need that book as well. So now we're going to go to the dormitory and do some bonding events. We have 2 thingies for them, and we have 3 available. So the first one I'm going to do is Elliot, because you get one of his character profiles. And the second one, you have an option to do Lara or Macias. I'm always going to butcher his name, so one of these days I'll learn it. You can only pick one or the other. Laura's at the gymnasium and Macias is at the park. So just pick whatever one you want to do and go with that. So once you're done picking the second bonding event, we're going to go do a side quest. So we want to go to the Student Union building. We need to talk to Colette and accept her request to find her notebook thing. So once you get that, you want to go to the main building floor too. And on the couch over here is going to be her book. So right here, receive the book, and now we want to go back to the Student Union building and give it to her. And that quest will be complete. Next, we want to go Orbital Delivery. So we're going to go to the engineering area and talk to this guy. He's going to talk for a little bit, and then we have 3 items to deliver. So we want to go to the building on the 2nd floor and talk to this gentleman right here. And he'll give you an orbital scale, and he's going to give you a recipe book as well and some ingredients to cook some stuff if you want to do that. Second area, we're going to go to the pawn shop. And we're going to give him the lamp. And then he's going to give us an item as well. And then third, we're going to go to the cafe and then run out of the cafe and go to the building right beside it. There's no like teleport thingy to it. And then we're going to ask for this gentleman to come out so we can give him his watch. So once we're done that, we're going to go back to the engineering area. And now we can buy quartz and socket quartz and the stuff, open up more quartz sockets and everything in the in our weapon. So now we're going to go talk to the principal, which is on the 1st floor. And then once we talk to him, he's going to give us the old schoolhouse key, and then we're going to go back there. But things are going to be a little bit different this time. So here we have our dungeon. I'm going to have a list of monsters that we have to kill and like a map on the corner with the items that we need to get all the chests and whatnot. So here you get to pick your party. You can only pick 2 other guys right now. I would recommend for most fights in here to use Elliot's SP ability just to keep your guys' HP full. It just really helps. There's kind of tough fights in here. I actually died on a few of them. So now we're going to head into the dungeon here, and here we're going to learn about link attacks. So here's my map on the corner with the items that we want, the monsters we have to kill on the left. So you want to link these 2 up, because I found that they're usually in melee together, while the Elliot usually plays in the back a little bit and plays more of a support character. So there we go, we got the kill for that monster, so we can scratch it off the list now. So we're going to keep going and get our first item here. which is 100 sepith. And now we're going to run back and continue on. So these palms are interesting. You need to kill them for the monster list, but there's usually a lot of them, and what they do is they drain your resource to cast magic spells. But they also hit quite hard as well, so you gotta be careful with them. So we got the Kira bomb, so we got the second item out of here. Just gonna keep going here. So we can get a fish here, you can catch a crab here. So this fish here to get the crab, you get it like quite often, so it shouldn't take you too long. That was my only cast. So we're going to continue on here. So these monsters that like look like a big ball are really resistant to physical attacks, so you have to use magic attacks against them to do damage. It's kind of like a long drawn out fight. Kind of sucks. Alright, we're just going to move through the dungeon here. And we're going to get another item. So these are going to be glasses. They'll protect you against darkness, and the next boss gives you darkness, so you might want to equip that on somebody. Just on one of your two melee guys, because if they miss, he can also counterattack. I put it on the main character because the other one, if he gets blind, you can still do like a ranged attack and it would be out of the way of his counterattack. So here you can restore your HP and MP. And now it's boss time. So this boss is super easy, I thought. Way easier than the last one. Essentially, you want to just keep Elliot's resounding beat buff up and Reen's motivate. I just use physical attacks on him, and like I said, when darkness is on your character, just have him pull back a bit and use a ranged attack on him. Outside of physical attacks, he'll do this dark breath attack, and that's what will put darkness on your guys once in a while. So just be careful with that. It hits kind of hard, but with Elliot's buff up, it will heal right through it every time. If your guys get kind of low on HP, just have Elliot heal him up with his magic spell there. Other than that, just pick away at him and he will eventually die. It's a pretty simple fight. Now that we have vanquished the beast, we get to get out of this dungeon and tell the principal everything that happened in here. We got quite a story to tell. So after the fight's over, we'll just run and leave the dungeon. We might get out of here a little quicker because of this teleport thing, which is really nice. I was like, oh, I don't want to have to run back through here again. So once you get here, we want to run out the front door. Couple screens here. Just head up the stairs here, head through the door, and then head out the front door. So there we go, there's the front door. Eventually I'll get there. And then a cutscene will play once you go through this door. So now that we're done all that, we still got a couple more things to do. We gotta go to the upper class dorm and talk to Lotte. She'll be like a maid walking right out in front of the dorm. She's gonna be like, oh, you got a recipe book. And then talk about how she wants to cook stuff different for the dorm people. So we're gonna bring her some recipes eventually. Now that we got an extra bonding point, we have two options that we can go to. We can talk to Alyssa or Toa. This is Alyssa here. She's in the academy field. Toa will be in the student council room if you want to talk to her. And then after that, we got a little side quest to do. So we're going to go to the cafe and inn and speak to the guy behind the counter here. So we're going to help him out. So we need some cooking supplies that he's ran low on. So we're going to speak to Nicholas with this one. And this is going to give us another sheet for his character profile as well for Nicholas. He's going to be like, well, I don't have any of these ingredients, but I know someone who has. So we're going to go to the student union building and talk to this chef here. And then once you talk to the chef, you want to go back to this guy and he will complete the quest for you and give you some pizzas for it. I think that's a pretty good deal, like doing those couple errands and getting a pizza for it. So next we want to go back to the dorm room and then we are done. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like and subscribe button. It'll help the channel out a lot. Thanks for watching and have a good one.